Hello, hello, hello.
Hello?
Hi, are you Ingrid?
Yeah, this is Ingrid.
Okay, I believe I'm here at your at your at your
Oh, where?
next to the car
Where are
wash.
you?
Next to the car wash
I'm
area.
sorry?
Next to the car wash area.
Car wash. No, I'm in the front. You know where the front of the Porsche service area?
I'm gonna come back around. If you could be outside, it'd be greatly
This is the,
appreciated.
this is the front. I'm outside.
Uh-huh.
White shirt here is at service, the front of the service. I don't see you.
Yeah, you do. I'm right here.
Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you.
Hello, are you Ingrid?
Yes.
All right, Miss Ingrid, you got a strong 1 hour ride. Feel free to
Yes.
relax and enjoy the tablet. All rides are recorded.
Thank you.
And again, I want to thank you for riding with Uber. I will get you where you're going successfully.
Thank you very much.
Are you're getting your vehicle repaired?
They damaged my vehicle. That's what they did. I came to change the tires, and I have an old car, and they damaged the rims changing the tires.
Oh, that's sad.
So I had to bring it back so they can fix the scratches. I don't understand. I said I could have taken it to Walmart and I would have a better service.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't pay tremendous amount of dollars for the tires, so you can damage my car.
Right.
So I had to bring it back, and let me tell you, I'm so disappointed.
I mean, yeah, it's an hour away.
Horrible service. They charged me a pre-penny to change 4 tires.
Oh, that sucks.
And then they ruined my rims? Can you
Yeah.
imagine that?
Yeah.
That's really horrible.
Well, I will get you where you're going safely.
I'm so aggravated. Oh, you said head to the curb, and I just saw that message.
Huh?
You're from New York?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I see.
Yes, ma'am.
What made you move to Florida?
COVID.
Oh, that
Yeah.
that engineer disease.
Yeah, handcrafted.
Yeah, can you imagine what kind of damage the government did to the people? You know how many businesses they have closed because of that stupidity?
Well.
It's horrible. You know, I don't understand why the government would have such horrible disposition towards people, you know, after robbing the people's taxes.
I don't really know, honestly.
Well, you're from California. You know, California is very liberal.
I don't get into how other people think.
No. What do you think though? Living in California, are you originally from California, or you're a transplant from somewhere else?
See, again, I don't get into that.
No, I just want to know where you are from originally.
Originally, I'm probably from heaven. So again.
Well, yeah, but in this earth, where did you were you born in California, or you transplanted to California?
Well, I was there my whole life.
Oh, your whole life?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I don't have traditional views, and I don't participate in what other people are doing. I feel like everything happens for the greater good, and God designed it that way.
Yeah. Well, but you know, the I think the design is going into the last days. This we're really seeing some horrible changes.
Well, and who's to say if it's good or bad, though?
I don't know. You know, during my short life, which because it's not quite as long as some people's, I have seen. You know, I was not born in the U.S.
Okay.
I moved to the U.S. from South America, escaping from, you know, the
tyrants.
Yeah, the people that they just, you know,
Yeah.
decide to take over and rob the country and impoverish the country and leave people without anything, you know, no bread, no food, nothing.
Yeah.
So I
yeah.
escaped from South America in a sense to the U.S., transplanted here,
Okay.
and I lived, you know, pretty much, I arrived in the 80s, so from the 80s, 90s to 2000, I lived, I was married, had a family, and, you know, it was dream come true because it was, you know, it was everything is stable, it was everything fine.
Right.
But then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. You know, everybody just decided to lose their cool, and you know, all the stuff that is just all these transitions and everything else. You know, once after 9/11, everything changed.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Nothing was the same after 9/11.
Yeah, that was probably a planned attack.
And since then, I've been seeing just going worse and worse and worse, and it's becoming like, you know, my country.
Yeah.
There's no difference.
It's almost like inevitable.
Well, because you see, I left my country when it was the biggest inflationary time in the 80s. The inflation was horrible in South America.
Yeah.
And now the inflation is here. I just, when I go to the market and I see a box of eggs for $10, it's just.
Is it really a $10?
Yes, $10 for a box of 12 eggs.
I have
So
not gone.
literally each egg is $1, but you see, I'm by myself because I got divorced, my children are grown. But when I look at that, I'm thinking, how is a single mom going to feed the children
Yeah.
and pay rent and try to survive if even if you have one child, two children, because you gotta feed them, and it's just there's not possible.
It's horrible.
I mean, because $10 for eggs, I mean, what's left? Bless you.
Excuse me. Yeah, it's horrible.
So to me, it's not so much me that it gets concerned about it, because you know, one single person, you can eat days, you might not eat. That who cares, right?
Right.
I mean, you might just skip a meal or two because you know you're fat anyway. So what difference does it make? But children cannot. Children have to eat daily, and they're in a growth
3 times
period.
a day, 2 times.
So for a single mom, it's gonna be extremely painful.
It's horrible. Well, I mean, again, I don't know. I don't know what to tell people.
You know, that's the reason why I'm thinking it's becoming like my country, because single mothers, you know, even though they're married and the father never does anything with the children anyway, the mothers are the ones that they have to feed the children whether they have the money or not. And it's extremely painful, let me tell you, because my mom raised 3 children without a husband, and, you know, there were days where we didn't have anything to eat.
Yeah.
And I think it's painful for a mother to see your children hungry and not being able to feed them.
I mean,
Now here in America, you have a lot more facilities. You have food stamps. You have other things that it helps, but it's not enough when your rent is so high, and you know, and everything else is so expensive. So that's the reason why, you know, it pains in my heart for the children and the single mothers. And single fathers too, because there are some fathers that they are single parents. You know, but that's why I tell you, I think I've never seen the United States in that type of where senior citizens don't have, you know, enough to eat. I mean, I see some senior citizens losing their homes because the taxes, they can't pay taxes, and then the government guess when I arrived here, I'd never seen so much turmoil like now. Maybe that's what it is. And it just shocks me that I think, we're living at the end of the day. You know?
No, I really don't. I'm sorry. I unfortunately, people, the general conscious has that perception, but there's a whole nother division of people who are actually maximizing their opportunities and living a wonderful life.
Really?
So, yeah, absolutely.
Like what?
Like content creators, like there's people.
Oh yeah, well that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
and then it's a personal choice. Like a lot of people don't embrace the technology that we have available to us.
True.
And that's the divide. We live in a parallel universe. There's people that are waking up every day creating content that generates revenue for them. Whether
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of people streaming and Yeah.
There is sufficient outlets, but again, most people they have a programmed mindset to do the 9 to 5 type thing, and it's just like,
yeah.
I mean, the inflation is gonna happen, and it's gonna go up, and it's gonna keep going.
Unfortunately, that is very true. Because unfortunately they condition the children to do that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, the normal traditional way, that's not gonna get.
No.
It's not gonna get you.
Not anymore.
Yeah, no. It's like.
Well, because you have AI coming into the workforce as well, so it's going to eliminate a lot of jobs.
Yeah.
I always say that AI might eliminate all the desk jobs, but a plumber is always going to have a job.
Welders.
Yeah. Because AI cannot come and fix your plumbing.
Yeah, that's true. Electricians.
So a lot of the trades are going to be important.
Yeah. All the fluffery stuff is gonna be gone.
No, the desk jobs you can just forget it because AI can do that faster than a human can. AI can read a contract and spit it out in 1 minute. What the loopholes you have there, because AI is a lot more. I guess I would say black and white in a sense where it's remembering the laws and putting it together. A human being cannot do that.
Right.
I mean, there was a study on that where a lot of attorneys are going to be out of jobs. Some of those attorneys that they just read contracts and review contracts and what have you because there's no need.
Yeah.
But I can tell you the plumbing, air conditioned people that they work in the house fixing and this and that, those people are not going to be out of job ever because AI cannot fix. Well, I mean, depends. If you incorporate like the greenhouses and all that, maybe, but still, you still need fixing.
Right. It is a testy time.
Yeah. Change a complete switch from, the people used to think going to Harvard and getting a great job was, the greatest thing. Well, guess what? AI will replace that.
Yeah, absolutely.
No more Harvard, no more greatest school. That's just, something from the past. Now you gotta be able to have creativity to build and create and do a little bit different.
Yeah.
And the children, that's the thing. The children have it. Where do they go from here? Because a lot of these children have graduated with a huge amount of debt from universities.
Oh yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah. I mean, I did not know eggs were at $10. That's
yes, $10.
I saw it on the news, but I haven't been in the grocery store.
I was buying the eggs and there are no eggs.
Yeah.
You can't find them. You have a package of 4 or 6 actually. It's 6, and that's $4.98, and that's 6.
Excuse
Bless
me.
you. And you're gonna get the 12. It's gonna be $10.98, I think it is.
That's horrible.
I was looking at it. I said, $1 per each egg. No wonder the food is. No wonder McDonald's is. It's $14 for egg muffin and coffee. Holy cow! I said that's brutal.
Yeah, it's tricky.
Because you use eggs for everything, right? the restaurants charging for food now.
Yeah, that's tricky.
Yeah, we're gonna have to be on a diet, not a willingly diet per se.
Yeah, very much so. It's a really hard times out here, I swear.
Well, that's what it concerns me so much about women with children, little children.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes,
Why, are your kids grown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine, one is 31 and the other one is 25, so mine are
Okay.
gone out of the house, thank God. They still need help, but, as much as I can help.
Yeah. But they're self-sufficient for the most
Of
part.
course, yes.
Yeah.
But it's me, myself, and I, and my 2 pit bulls, and my
pit
cat.
Pit bulls, okay.
Yeah. For now, at least. The only reason why I live myself is because of the pit bulls. Because if the pit bulls wouldn't be there, I wouldn't need the house. Trust me, I would have already reduced an apartment.
Yeah.
But the pit bulls need the backyard.
Yeah. Those are big boys.
Yeah, my 2 ladies.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, one is already older, so she's 9, 10. My male pit bull lived to 11, and me, stupid enough, I went and replaced it for a young pup.
Oh.
Yeah,
You started
so
all over.
I shouldn't have, but pit bulls are my weakness. They're such a beautiful dogs. They're so loyal. They're so good dogs.
Yeah.
So I rescue another one.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So I rescue them. I don't buy them puppies or anything like that. I just rescue them from, the rescue centers. And my female is 9, but she's doing well. So I think probably she'll last me another 4 years, 11.
Yeah.
Bigger
Yeah.
dogs live shorter life.
Yeah.
And this one is a puppy, so it's only 1 year old. So this one is gonna last me probably for another 10 more years.
Yeah, he's probably running around tearing up stuff.
Oh, everything. He's a crazy lunatic boy, but he's my son, so
Yeah.
But he's a terror. So those 2, and I lost my Yorkie after 16 years.
Oh.
My Yorkie, I rescued the Yorkie. The Yorkie, I just lost her in Christmas.
Oh.
Christmas time last year. So I had 3 dogs and a cat.
Oh, okay.
So now I have 2 dogs and a cat.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And once the other one goes, probably that's when I'm gonna downsize to a small apartment or something like that.
Yeah, they say the inflation's gonna go up in the next 12, 18 months. But
Let me tell you, to maintain a house is a pain in the ass because everything breaks. Everything breaks because unfortunately I live close to the water,
yeah.
and the salt water corrodes everything.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Did you get hit with the hurricanes last
yes,
season?
yes. The hurricane damaged the 2 air conditions.
Oh yeah.
And I had to replace the 2 air conditions, and because they were already rusted. They were 5 years old. The air conditions on the east side last you about 5 years tops.
Yeah.
Inland lasts you 10 years, but in the east side is only 5. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't replace 2 air conditions every 5 years. It's a fortune.
Yeah.
So I said, oh, I'm waiting a little longer, and then then I think I'm just going to downsize
Yeah.
because the girls left, so I don't have I'm an empty nester.
Right.
So when you're an empty nester, you gotta figure out. I was thinking about go get some land and get my cow and my chickens and not have to deal with that, but I don't know yet. Go a little bit closer to Georgia line.
You gonna be a farmer?
Huh?
You gonna be a farmer?
No, just have my chickens and my, cow. Not so much of a farm, just like have a little.
Plow land?
Take my cow for grazing and, just a couple animals,
Yeah.
Chicken coop, a cow, maybe a goat.
A more simpler life.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but that life is a little tough, let me tell you, because you gotta clean up and all the stuff, and as I get older, I be able to, I don't know.
Right.
It's a little bit more wholesome, but I don't know,
A little more work. Yeah.
Yes. So it's catch-22.
Yeah, everything in life is almost.
I don't know what I want to do yet on that. My children, they're probably gonna start having children and having grandchildren. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
you probably have to help the grandchildren, but it's like, I'm not looking for that.
Oh
I'm
shit.
looking for to have grandchildren in this environment.
Right. That's a cycle of life.
Yeah.
It's inevitable. I don't have any kids, so.
Well, but you see how everything, it's very difficult right now. I think the society has taken a turn, and that's why it concerns me. That's why I'm thinking, holy cow, how am I going to see my children having children in this environment? I don't know if you heard, but I don't know what's going to happen with the Department of Education. I guess the president is going to eliminate the Department of Education. The money, I guess the funding is going to go to the states.
That's not good. That's not good.
I don't know. That's a great question, because I'm thinking, see, we pay a lot of taxes, regardless whether you're in California, Florida, wherever you are, you pay taxes to the state, right?
Yeah.
And you pay taxes through real estate for the school system. So
Well,
where does that money go?
Yeah, but if they cancel the education, kids are not going to be.
No, but you see, then the counties where you live, those counties have to, I guess, ask the state to provide the funding and everything else, because the budget, it's going to be instead of giving it to the Department of Education, it's going to be segmented into the states. So the state will receive the funding instead of the Department of Education allocating the funding. You know what I mean?
Right.
So then let's assume if for a school system you have $5 million and you gotta divide it into the states, the bigger states will get more funding
Yeah.
than the smaller states. Which I think it's kind of like, because right now the Department of Education only allocates funding to certain areas more than others.
Right.
So that creates deficiency in education in the smaller rural areas and the areas where children don't have the possibility, let's say, to go to different schools. So
Right.
the state would have to basically, to get the funding, it would be according to, I guess, the population and the counties, and segment it into the counties. So the counties that administer the funds better than the other ones, they'll have a greater school system.
Yeah. That's going to be tricky. I don't.
That's gonna be something else.
Devastating. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, wow, this is gonna be
It's
I'm
gonna be-
like, this year is gonna be completely upside down.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what the hell is happening.
And it's crazy because they're going full steam with it
Yes.
too.
And I'm like, wow. It's like, well, I'm like, this is incredible. I'm like,
Why do you read like biblical text type stuff?
yeah.
You compare it to what's going on in the world.
Well, that's another thing that it's a little bit concerning right now. I don't know if you heard in the news that Trump said that now he's going to be, United States is going to own Gaza.
Gonna own Gaza.
Yeah, the United States is going to go build Gaza. I guess it's going to, I'm like, so because he's displacing the people in Gaza to, I guess, to Egypt and to another country, so the Palestinians, that they colony of United States?
We
Maybe
don't really have the resources to do all that, but I mean,
But that was prophesied, I think, in a sense. So I'm thinking, wow, the changes are just too,
dramatic.
and they're a little bit faster than what we expecting. You know how in the Bible says in the last days, the earth is going to have, it's going to be like basically like a pregnant woman with contractions and what have you, and then it's going to be higher and higher and higher
Yeah.
until, the second coming. But if you take a look at it, I think they're accelerating that on purpose because I don't think it's normal.
Yeah.
I don't think this is supposed to be. Only God knows when the time will be, but I think they're accelerating. I don't know what the agenda is, but they're accelerating, and I don't think God is going to come back on our timing. It's going to be on His timing, and if it is the time. But I'm seeing that they're pushing and pushing, pressing for all these massive changes that I don't know, because I have no idea what the intention is.
It's too much.
Maybe it's to accelerate the Antichrist. Maybe that's what they want to do.
No, my belief is that it's already established. It's just
Yeah, but you see, they have to present the Antichrist, and the Antichrist is not coming until the second temple or the third temple, whatever it is going to be built in Jerusalem.
yeah.
So that's prophesied that he's not showing up until that temple is built, so he
Right.
can occupy the temple. And I'm thinking, that's what United States is going to do? Build that temple, help that build that temple, and then put one of these, because it's gonna, with the excuse. Because if you remember, the Bible says the Antichrist will show up with the excuse of peace, 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 and it's going to take pretty much the seat in the temple because he's gonna think he's gonna proclaim himself God.
Yeah. And the digital currencies that we got going on and stuff like that,
Yeah.
which leads to the marking. I'd just be happy to be alive, because I swear.
Well, I think we're living in the last days in a sense, but it's not, you remember days could be years.
Yeah, 7 years.
Right. So my concept is I'm thinking because of the way it is probably in my time, I will see these massive changes because of what they're doing. They want to implant chips on people, and it's just the massive amount of control they want from people. That doesn't happen unless there is an agenda to, because something might be happening there in a hurry to try to get the humans to conform and to
Cooperate, yeah.
one side or the other.
Yeah.
And in my book, I said you should not pass. You're not going to pass because humans are beautiful as we are created, and we have that spark of God. And if we as humans say no, it's not going to pass. It's not going to pass.
Right.
We just have to get the force of within. Every human counts.
Always, yeah.
And that's one of the things that, I think people can be, in the last days are going to be confused and they're going to be lied to.
Right. I think majority of the people are not properly informed, so they're not helping the cause either which way. They're lukewarm, so.
Right, but you see what Jesus said to us as a teacher and taught us before he left. Wherever you guys reunite more than one person in my name, that's what I will be.
Yeah.
And as long as you proclaim and you call my name through me, you will go to where you have to go, which is the kingdom of God. Because this is not the kingdom of God. This is just one plane where we are living, and the test will come.
Yeah.
Just like when COVID happened, remember, there was a division. Some people took the shot and some people didn't take the shot.
Right.
So that was a choice. They tried to force, but it was a free choice. People say no, and the people that they did not say no, they assume all the consequences, and that you can tell right there. There's a separation of some people are willing to follow and some people not.
Right.
That was, let's say, one test. The next test is going to be a lot harder. So, you know, you're going to have between the people now that they accept and they don't accept. So you're going to have another segment of the population that they're not going to accept.
Right.
So, you know, it's like he said, in the last days, when God comes back to pluck the people, it's going to separate the weeds from
the tares.
You know, so it's like, you know, it's going to be a husband left and a wife gone, or the vice versa.
Right.
Not both together sometimes, because depending on your faith.
Right.
And you know, he's going to select the ones that they are in the book of life.
Yeah.
The names written in the book of life. So, you know, whoever has the faith, I mean, there is still a chance and there's still time for the, you know, the redemption of people, but, you know, who knows how long we have.
We don't have long, I know that.
That's how I feel, that, you know, time is ticking, and we're marching into it very fast.
Very, very.
And the problem is that, you know, the remnant, the people in the earth, the remnant need to wake up. And we all need to say no to what's coming.
Right, right.
We're not going to accept any other idol. We're not going to accept any other, you know, regardless whether it is technology or anything, we're not going to accept it to subjugate any human being.
Right.
Because a human being, by virtue of being human, is being born free to make a choice. And that freedom comes from God, doesn't come from anybody else.
Right, right.
That freedom is given to you as a human being to make a choice. Yes, I do want this, or no, I don't want this.
Ooh, yeah.
But you know, unfortunately, humans, you know, the ones that they accept and they want to push everybody else through it, you know, sometimes their will is a lot stronger than the people that, you know.
Yeah, well, because they have better advertisement.
The propaganda is
Yeah.
huge, but
Yeah.
but that's why God gave us discernment,
Discernment, yeah.
and we have to discern: is this for my benefit or not?
Right,
Would this please God or not?
right.
You know, it's a very simple rule: do unto others what you would want to be done to you.
Right.
So, you know, I don't think, you know, the government is the right thing, but if people want the government to make decisions for them, you know what the government is going to do?
They're gonna make their decision.
They're going to make their decisions, they're going to take advantage, and they're going to ransack and what have you, but that's the people that put themselves into that position.
Right, right.
See, now some people say, you know, what can I do? I'm only one person, I just want to live fine and I don't want to be bothered, right?
Well, I mean, make the decision for your life.
Right, but that's how people are right now. I just want to live. I don't want to bother anybody, and I don't want anybody to bother me. But unfortunately, the decisions that the government makes impacts everybody,
Yeah,
not just one person.
yeah.
So as you can see, it's one person can ripple, like Jesus said. You know, one person can make a big difference in the world.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And we just have to make a difference, and we have to be ready to fight for our freedom, and, you know, for whatever comes, we have to, you know, think God knows best.
Yeah, for sure.
So he has to give us the light and direction where we're going, but I'm hoping, I'm praying that God is giving the light and direction to Trump, because, you know, the decisions that he's making are going to impact for the next 10, 15 years to everybody else.
Yeah,
So I'm hoping that he makes these decisions with the hand of God, and not, you know, with a human experiment over here, trying to figure out if it's going to be good for technology or not. I
Right.
hope that his discernment is high enough to, you know, care for humans. I think he does, but you never know.
yeah. Sometimes I feel that way. I just pray, each
That's
day.
all we can do. Pray for him to have clarity in the decisions and not be for, the negative of people.
Yeah,
And pray, believe it or not, pray makes a difference.
yeah,
When people pray, makes a big difference. That I know.
yes,
And we have the capability. People don't understand because we have within us God, the force of God within us, because we're humans and we have it. We don't use it, but we have it. That's why you always have to remember when Jesus was in the waters and the apostles got all nervous because there was a thunderstorm. What did he say to them? People with little faith, because you're afraid of what?
the possibilities of
have
drowning.
If you have me, I can stop this anytime, but you don't have faith.
Yeah,
If you would have faith, you wouldn't be scared of anything, because
yeah,
I'm here with you. So that's one of the most important things that we have to remember. Whatever comes in life, yeah, we can be scared, but the shepherd is there to protect us.
Okay.
So even though we're sheep, we could be black sheep and what have you, but he still likes his black sheep. I know that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So when he calls, we just have to, when he calls our name, we have to be able to recognize to come back from whatever we have deviated from, because he's the only protection we have.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah.
That's the only way. The wolves are out there, though. I'm telling you, the wolves are out there they're gunning for the people.
Yeah. All the people. It seems like.
Yeah, that's. But I firmly believe that one person can say no, and one person can impact, because just one person can impact the rest of the people to rise up and say, they're saying that in this right now there is a huge increase of young men going back to Orthodox Church.
Yeah.
The faith of young men is starting to grow more into the church.
Yeah.
They're tired of
The worldly stuff.
just the material and what have you. So there's a little bit more of a rise up of spirituality in young men, which is great, because young men have to take. Young men are very special. The men have to, be a man, and the females have to be females, and they, it's a support system. So, but you can't compete. You can't say I'm better than the male, or the male better than the female. No, it has to be a collaboration.
Yeah. I was thinking about that.
The young men are waking up, and that's good. That tells me that the Spirit of God is here.
Yeah.
Because the young men wouldn't be waking up if it would be the case.
I mean, kind of have to. It's like it's tricky.
The Holy Spirit, as long as it's with us, I think the young people will play a key factor in the battle that will be coming in the last days. Remember what the Bible says on the last days. The Bible says, I'm sorry, I feel bad for the women with children. suicide long time ago.
Yeah, but I don't know how people do it. I'd just be happy to take care of my
Yeah, no.
needs.
Every day that I get up, trust me, I go and I say thank you, God, for another beautiful day, because I don't know if tomorrow we're gonna see it again. You know, that's how I live my life. I have to say thank you for today. I appreciate what you have given me today. It's a beautiful day, but I don't know if I'm gonna wake up tomorrow
Right.
to see it, because
Right.
you never know. You know, I mean, imagine here they throw a bomb or a rocket or something, and you blow up in the smithereens, and guess what? A nuclear weapon. You don't even know what hit you.
Yeah.
That's where we are.
Yeah, we're all on code red.
Imagine that you go to sleep and you don't wake up ever again. Which you know it's one of the things that unfortunately that's what happens with the little hummingbirds. That's how they live. You know, they never know if they're gonna wake up the next day, because at nighttime when they go to sleep they hibernate, because they can't, they fly very fast, and they need a lot of sugar in a sense to be able to fly, because their wings move so fast.
Oh.
So when they go to sleep, they go into hibernation, so their heart stops in a sense. So when they sleep, they go into a little branch, and they just become, but they don't know if they're gonna wake up, because at nighttime, if you have a predator that comes in and eats them, they don't wake up. Or something happens to them, a predator can just swallow them, and then they'll never wake up. But as it comes in the morning and it's getting warming up in the morning, they start waking up, so their heart start pumping back again. So it's like every day they wake up, it's like they're reviving themselves every day.
Oh.
But if they have a heart attack or something, they don't wake up ever again. They go to sleep and they never wake up. So that's basically how I equate to us.
Right.
That's how fragile we are, because we're going to sleep today, and if somebody throws a missile in the middle of the night and here we blow up in pieces, we'll never know what it hits us.
Yeah. It is a great possibility with everything that's going on.
I mean, the way everything is, with this world, I mean, with these people, you only have one crazy lunatic over here. A crazy lunatic that, because you don't know who's going to be the next president or whatever, and it could be a lunatic, the next one,
Yeah, complete savage.
And, I don't know who's going to be the next president of France or of the other countries. You have so many countries, and one of these lunatics could decide to do war.
Yeah.
I mean, we think in the United States we're safe, right? But it's not true.
No. It's clearly we're seeing that we're not.
No. I mean, if you know, Russia now has intercontinental rockets, and those travel extremely fast, and they're not even visible. So that's what it concerns me. That we take our life for granted, because we think we have it guaranteed, and it's not the case.
Yeah.
Every day that we go to sleep, you never know if tomorrow is gonna be here.
Yeah. That's the thing about it. I feel like it's too calm. Something's gonna happen. It's gonna be dramatic.
Well, did you hear about those earthquakes that just happened? I mean, like it's in the Asia area.
No.
20 earthquakes or something like that happened, and then we have in the Gulf of Mexico, in that area, we have through California, you have the caldera. And remember, those are dormant right now, that potentially they could start erupting, all of those volcanoes at once.
Ooh.
And break up the entire thing. Imagine if at nighttime, while we're sleeping, the volcano decides to erupt and break the entire mass of land.
Oh.
I mean, by the time that you wake up in the morning, you would not know what happened in the earth.
Right.
So that's that. I mean, I think the studies have said that potentially it's in the what is it called, Wyoming,
Okay.
You know
Yeah.
that area
Uh-huh.
that they're saying that they're already due for that eruption of those volcanoes.
Oh. Yeah, a lot of the artists and stuff are out in Wyoming.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, well, if they are looking into that and they're saying that potentially they don't know any time now it could be an eruption of those volcanoes, and I mean, it's like, whoa. Look at just the fires in California.
Yeah, Los Angeles burnt all the way down.
It's just
Yeah, that
my
right
heart goes out to the people that they lost their homes.
that right there is very devastating.
Now I don't know how far off Los Angeles that area is, but I mean I've been in California, but I don't know.
Oh, it's a large area.
Is that close to Burbank?
Partially, yeah. I mean, they're all interconnected in a way. Burbank is more to the west than Los Angeles. Los Angeles more central. But
I don't understand how like what areas that burn, because it's kind of hard to tell, because it was I know it says Los Angeles, but it's not Los Angeles, the entire city. No?
right. Well, because Los Angeles is the county.
Right. But where the fires happen,
The Palisades.
Palisades,
Yeah.
where is that located?
That's like central Los Angeles.
Central Los Angeles.
Yeah, like where Capitol Records is, Hollywood Boulevard, Sunset
Hollywood
Boulevard.
Boulevard?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
in that general area. So it's devastating because it's like homeless millionaires are there.
Right, but of course it's gotta be terrible, because now all the businesses, I mean, they lost their businesses. Oh my God, it's gotta be so horrible.
Yeah, it's probably more dramatic just because of the location, but they'll be okay. I pray, I hope. I just don't know.
Do you have family there?
Yeah, I do, but my family's more in the south, Crenshaw and Slauson, so not like the central area, but like below. My grandmother, she's like 85 years old. Yeah.
And is Hollywood around there? The fires?
Yes.
Hollywood, where there's Hollywood signs from,
Hollywood sign is more north.
North?
But in theory, yeah, because there's just like mountains that's like kind of separates everything.
So the movie sets and all that area,
Oh yeah.
that burned too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like that's the most dramatic part about it, because it's like that was like the mecca of entertainment. That's gonna set us back a couple of years, like at least 5, probably 10. But I don't know.
So all the sets, all Metro Golden Mayer and all those in that area, were they? So did they lose something?
The Walk of Fame, the Madame Tussauds Theater, the Capitol Records.
Oh.
Yeah, all those places are singed.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like I graduated from college there on Sunset Boulevard, the Los Angeles Recording School. I graduated there twice, and all that stuff is gone. So, but again, I've been here in Florida for 1 year, so I think the good Lord kind of like spared me, because I probably would have been there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, what made you move?
Like half of my family passed away from COVID, and then me and my sister, we inherited a property here, so we just kind of like moved.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Our grandfather, uncles, and stepfathers, and all that stuff. Anybody that was over the age of like 55, they kind of like passed away. So.
Did you take the vaccine?
Huh?
Did you take the vaccine?
Kinda. Yeah, I didn't take the booster though. But the only reason why I did is because I was working at FedEx at the time, and they kind of like forced us to, or we couldn't work.
Because I heard that created more damage to men because of heart attacks, young men.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Myocarditis.
Yeah, I heard about that too. But I was kind of forced. Like they gave us like 2 weeks to tell me.
No, I know. My brother had to take that shot because he works for Chase, and they forced him to take the vaccine.
Yeah.
The bank.
Yeah.
And I said, oh my God. I always worry about my brother because I'm thinking, oh my God.
Yeah, people were just dropping dead.
Yeah. Because they never tested probably that damn vaccine. If, what kind of repercussions and side effects will have.
Yeah.
Just put it out there.
Yeah, long-term type stuff.
And that's sad. I'm gonna tell you that's really sad. I feel terrible for that the destruction that it has caused to everybody, families,
Yeah.
businesses. It's just painful. It's painful. I mean, I've never seen so many people working from home.
Yeah. I mean, I never even heard of people working from home until
No,
then.
and it's never come back.
Yeah.
People are not coming back to work. That's why there's so many commercial properties available now.
Yeah.
Then that's another disaster because
People get it.
commercial properties are going to start defaulting, and that's going to impact even more the economy.
Yeah, people can't afford that stuff.
No, because have you noticed how many department stores are closing?
A lot of
They keep
them.
closing and closing because they can't afford anymore. Everybody does everything through the internet, like they shop through the internet.
Amazon.
And since they were home, they don't want to get out of their houses anymore, so they just even food delivery.
Yeah.
I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I see my neighbor, he gets a truck from Kroger's delivered to his house. He never goes shopping. All his groceries he gets delivered. I mean, it's gotta be more expensive, I'm assuming, but I'm like, wow.
Yeah. I mean, hey, that's the times we live in right now. It's
hard.
It's only.
It's very difficult. I moved here during COVID.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I moved from South Florida.
Oh, Miami.
No,
Palm.
West Palm Beach.
Okay, yeah.
So I moved from West Palm Beach here because I had a terrible divorce. I sold my house down there and I bought this house here.
Okay.
I mean, it's nice, but there's nothing here.
No grocery stores in the same place.
Yeah, they have one grocery store, but there's nothing. It's like, it's like really secluded.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been here in this area.
I've never been out here. This was an hour away from it was an hour ride. So no, I don't think I've ever been out here.
No, never been here?
No.
This is your first time?
Yeah.
Well, it's nice.
Yeah, it looks really, really nice.
It's very far south, though. It's like, Jacksonville is the only town, and from here, the next town is Daytona.
Oh, okay.
So you're in between, and there's nothing in between.
There, Daytona, yeah.
So that's, but
At least you get privacy, I guess.
no.
No. Okay.
The problem you have is that I live in the barrier island, so every storm and everything else, the storms, they hit you.
Yeah.
The electric storms and everything else. I did not know that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, whoa. The electric storms, the wind, and everything else is like, it's hard. But, then when the season is over, then it's because of the breeze at nighttime, it cools down. It's not so hot like, in the summer in Florida.
Right. It is going to get warmer, yeah. Very much.
So in the summer, it's very hot, but at nighttime, cools off a little bit because of the ocean breeze.
Yeah.
So, but I like this area because of the oak trees. They have a lot of oak trees here.
It was really nice. Really
Yeah,
nice.
it's very remote. So being here, that you're 1 year, you never venture down south, huh?
Yeah, that is really nice. Looks easily accessible too as well.
Yeah, and this is that little bay here where I come to swim here because there's no sharks here that much that they come in from the water, but you know.
They said no sharks.
And because over here is a lot of sharks. The east side is too cold. The inland a little bit is not that bad.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't like to swim in this side because the riptides too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I go into the inland here, which is much calmer. You know, it's a little bit less hectic.
Okay, so you be having fun at the beach.
Yeah, well, all this is beach area, but it's you know, it's you can come here to the park. Right here is another park, and then you can park your car and go into the beach closer to the inland. You know, a lot of people fish here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, but these homes got damaged severely in the hurricane. Those homes over there, those are severely damaged.
Oh.
Yeah, when I found this place, I said, "Oh, this is good. Okay, fine. This is what I'm moving." It reminded me a little bit of Virginia. You know the Outer Banks.
Yeah.
It reminded me a little bit of the Outer Banks. That's the reason why I liked it.
Yeah, it looks like
The Outer Banks of Virginia.
yeah, these houses are on stilts and stuff.
Yeah, though they got severely damaged. One of them fell out.
Oh.
Completely. There was another one and got completely damaged. This one over here, see the end right here is completely damaged. I don't think anybody's living in this one.
Oh yeah.
It's damaged.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh, it was underwater for a long time.
Yeah, I would not be able to.
You couldn't go in there.
Yeah, like I would if my house was on like beams, I would feel terrified at all times.
No, yeah, no, I wouldn't buy in the stills those homes either because of the water. When it comes in, you can see it and it's coming up, it's going up, and you know, I mean, especially in the high tide, all this was full of water. The people couldn't get out of there. So I don't know if they had to take a boat or something, but a lot of people couldn't come back to their homes after the hurricane. Quite a bit. Now they put a lot of sand over there, but it was terrible. It was flooded for a long time. Yeah, this area is the worst that it gets really hit badly. But this area has a lot of these enormous turtles, you know, that they make they lay their eggs
Okay.
in the season of turtles.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the area where the old turtles come in and
I've seen one of
put
those
their eggs.
before. I've seen a huge turtle. They live for a long time.
Yes. And this is Marineland right here. This is where the university they study biology, I guess, marine biology. That's the university. They're actually building a higher amount of school in here.
Ooh.
FSU, I think it is.
Yeah.
Or, no, UF, University of
Marine
Florida.
biology.
Yeah, marine biology they study here.
Oh, what's wrong with the dolphins?
And the Washington Gardens is just a little bit south of here.
Oh,
To the right here.
what goes on there?
Yeah, so that's another. The park is really nice to come and spend the day. So you come to the park. It's a good park. They have a rose garden. They have the oak trees are gorgeous,
Ooh.
and they have the Intracoastal where you can sit down and watch the Intracoastal.
That's really nice. Very nice. Those houses are on stilts. I've never been in a house that's off the ground like that.
Yeah, but that's because the water comes out all the way flooded with the hurricane, and I'm not, next to the water. I'm inland a little bit more in between. I'm 3 rows from the ocean, but still I got flooded.
Yeah. I can only imagine. Holy. Whoa. The houses are really nice, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look wonderful.
These are brand new, though. They're not that old. They just built about maybe 2 years ago. These are the oldest condos. Condos being here for a long time.
Tourist attractions.
Yeah, no, the motorcycles come here.
Oh.
A lot of the motorcycles when it's motorcycle week. Oh, because they all come here to Flagler Beach.
Oh, yeah.
Flagler Beach is a little bit south of here. They all come here from Daytona.
Yeah, I like that.
Now, I've been living here for 4 years and I got already saturated, tired to live here. But, I said, well, what can I do? This is where God put me.
Yeah, 4 years is a long time.
Yeah. That's, well, I lived 2 years in Jacksonville,
Yeah.
north, down, like the north side in Jacksonville, the south side.
Yeah, closer to the airport.
Yes.
Yeah.
I lived there for 2 years. I moved here in 2018.
Okay.
Up there. So 18, 19, and 20 I lived in north area. And I moved here in 2020.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so
Hey, you like this better?
no, I like the south side better because I had the food, I had whatever I wanted up there.
Yeah.
You just go out and you have all the restaurants. I mean, St. John's, Town Center Mall, you have. So it was a lot better. But I moved in because my children moved with me. The 2 girls
Yeah.
came back and they all moved in. So and then my dogs, I couldn't keep them in the townhome. So I moved here for the girls, but the girls left me. So I was like, So I should have just stayed in North Jacksonville.
Yeah.
That's what God wanted here in Kobe. He brought us here. That's what she shopped us here
Yeah.
into no man's land.
Yeah. See, colony. Yeah, I've never been out here before. I was.
Yeah, this is your first time. Well, I'm glad. You didn't know that you were gonna get a cold right here. You gotta take a left. You see the fisheries? See that right there? That sign, orange sign, right here. Take a left. Right
Okay.
here. Right here. Yes, that street right there. Where you see stop right there, you go in there straight.
Okay.
You didn't think you were gonna get called for an adventure.
No, not really. I don't normally do long rides, but I figured, hey, why
Well,
not?
it's a scenic drive. So when you go back out, I don't know, maybe somebody's gonna be calling in, but if you take right there, it goes to San Agustin.
Oh.
If you go out of here, you keep going north, you're gonna hit San Agustin, which probably you will have more rides there from San Agustin.
Yeah. Well, St. Augustine, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to St. Augustine like 5 times. I
But
like
this you get out of here, you go north, say A1A, and you're probably gonna get a call. You'll see it right there in that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that my house is at the end of the road. Totally the end of the road.
Yeah.
But there is no more road.
There's beach over there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So at the stop sign right here, that's my house right here.
All
To
right.
the right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hallelujah.
Yes, got here in one piece.
All right. Well,
Thank you
God
very
bless you.
much.
You have a
Same
wonderful
to
day.
you.
I hope they get your
Peace.
car fixed.
Yes, thank you. Be safe. I hope you go back safe.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Another one.